In this lecture, you'll learn how to use the Anki flashcards, which are included in the course. The point of the flashcards is to test your understanding and memory of all the topics that we are going to be learning about in the course. We use Anki software for the flashcards. That is spaced repetition software, and what it is designed to do is to make sure that you've got good understanding and memory of all the topics of the course and that you develop that as quickly as possible. The way it works is you will see a flashcard with a question on one side of the card, and then if you answer that question correctly, then you're not going to see that card again for a little while. However, if you're not able to answer it correctly, then you're going to see that card more frequently until you've got that information really well memorized. So because you're going to see any topics that you're not as clear on more frequently, this is going to give you a really quick understanding, quick memory of all the topics that are going to be covered. You'll see exactly how the software works as I show you it in this lecture. But the first thing that we need to do is to download the software. So you can see here I am in Google and I have searched for Anki download. And I'm going to click on the first result here, which is at apps.ankiweb.net. So I click on that, and then if you click on the download button, you can see here that you've got the different options. You can choose Windows, Mac, Linux, or iPhone or Android. The desktop version, so for Windows, Mac, and Linux, they are all free. The mobile version you do have to pay a fee for. So you can use these for free on your desktop, but if you're going to be commuting from work or school, for example, on a bus or a train every day, then it is worth getting the mobile version so that you can make the most of your commuting time. Okay, I'm showing you how to install it on a Windows desktop here. So I'm going to choose the Windows version and I'm going to click on the latest stable release. So I will click on that and then that's going to download it to my downloads folder. I'll just give that a second to complete. And once it's done, I can click on the installation file. It's a really simple installation. I just basically click on install and accept all the defaults in here. This will take a minute or so to install. Then I can click close when it's done. This is going to put a shortcut on my desktop. I'm going to run it from the taskbar down here. So I'll search for Anki and then I'm going to open the application and then I'll accept the English United States is fine for me. I click OK for that and then yes to confirm. And that's the software installed. The next thing that I need to do is to add the course flashcards here. So we need to download those first. So you can see in the course here that the flashcards are downloadable from inside this lecture. So download the flashcards and then we're going to install them into the Anki software. So I've already done it on my PC here. I've already got the flashcards downloaded to my downloads folder, but they're in a zip file, so I need to unzip them first. So I will go to Windows Explorer, into my downloads folder. There is the zip file, so I'm going to right click on that and I'm going to extract here, and then that will extract an APKG file. This is what I'm going to import into the Anki software. So now I can go back to the Anki software and I'm going to go File and Import. And then I'm going to browse to my Downloads folder and I am going to import that file that I just extracted. So I click on that and then I can just click on Close on the information box here. And now I can see that those flashcards are available inside Anki. And if I expand this out, you can see that there are separate flashcards for every single section. So what to do as you're going through the course is start doing the flashcards for that particular section. The actual course topics start in section 3. So if I've just completed section 3 of the course, I would go and I would double click on section 3 to run those flashcards. So I will double click on that and then I can click on Study Now. And this is going to start asking me the questions. There's usually 20 questions for each section. So this is the first flashcard. I read what it says here, and then I think what the answer is. I then click on Show Answer, and if I got the answer correct, then I'm going to click on either hard or good. So if that was a easy enough question, I can click on good. If I had to think about it a bit, then I can click on hard. If I get the question wrong, then click on again. There is also easy if it was a really easy question. You know, you've got that memorized. You don't need to see it very often. I've done that first one. Let's say I found that easy enough, so I'll click on good. I then get the next question. This is a fill in the blank, so I have to say what the top layer of the OSI model is. That would be application. I click on show answer. I got that correct without having to think too much, so I can click on good again. And then I get the next question. Again, think what the answer is, click on show answer, and then click on the button here, depending on if you got it wrong, click again, or hard or good, depending on how easily you got that correct. When you go through the cards for the first time, each new card, you're going to have to answer that correctly twice. So this is building your memory for each of those questions. And you can see in here how long it's going to be until you see that flashcard again. As you go on to the next day, you'll see that the interval between seeing the card again is going to get longer and longer. So on the first day, you see right now I'm going to see it in under 10 minutes. If I see that same flashcard twice and I click on good 2 times, then this will change to 1 day and I won't see that flashcard again until tomorrow. So what happens as you're going through this is, as with flashcards, if it's quite easy for you, you're not going to see that card again for maybe several days. If you found it more difficult, then you'll see the card again the same day, and you're going to see it more frequently moving forward as well. Once you've got that card memorized and you're clicking to indicate that, then you're going to see it less regularly. So what happens is the flashcards, the questions that you find easy, you're going to see them not so often. Anything that you're finding harder, you're going to see it more regularly until you've got that really memorized. When you've finished all the cards for the day, and you don't have any left due until tomorrow, then you'll see this message saying, congratulations, you have finished this deck for now. So that's you done for the day. You can come back to Anki again tomorrow and do more review cards again. And to make the best use of the cards, it's recommended that you use them every day. By using them every day, you're going to see the information regularly, and that's really going to put it into your long-term memory. So when you do the actual exam, you're going to be ready for the questions that you're going to get on exam day. One last recommendation for you is, as you go through the course and you're completing new sections, is to drag and drop the flashcards for those sections into section 3 in Anki. So, for example, let's say that you have just completed section 4 in the course. What to do is to click on section 4 in Anki and drop it onto section 3. What it does is it then merges sections 3 and 4 together in Anki. So now when I go and double click on section 3, I'm going to get questions for section 3 and for section 4. So that means that I'm going to be studying the questions for all the sections that I have already done. And then once you have completed section 5, you would also drag and drop section 5 onto section 3 as well. That will add the section 5 questions into your merged deck. So now you'll be getting review questions for 3, 4, and 5. By doing it that way, it's a lot easier than trying to do it individual section by section in Anki. Okay, that was everything that I needed to tell you here. See you in the next lecture.